Welcome to Shattered Ships, brought to you by Fandom Encounters. This is your DM Matt, guiding you on your pirate adventure through the seas of Corsair. Join our party, the Human Fey Wanderer Ranger Tesha Gwyn, played by Bobby, the Sea Elf Pirate Kensei Monk Trigger, played by Seth, and the Owlin Swords Bard, played by Alan, as they do their best to navigate this new world and find their place in it. In Corsair, where piracy is freedom, and freedom is dangerous. Welcome back, sailors. Last time with Shattered Ships, the long-awaited defeat of Gilda Deepmaw happened. The party and their allies gathered, took down a dragon, and as that dragon's form fell into the body of water of Cursed Cove, cheers went up. But the battle for the Cove was not entirely over, as allies alike gathered. They knew their fight was not over yet, but they gave the rest of you peace. A brief period to go back to the House of Violets to enact a plan by Lester Moore. A plan, which I'll remind everyone, has bonded the party to the House of Violets and to Lester. Lester has created a ring, Lester's long-reaching layover, and I have put it into Gwyn's inventory, that allows the party to cast a version of Magnificent Mansion. So as long as the party is on land, they can, whoever's wearing the ring can cast Magnificent Mansion, creating a portal that will bring the party to the House of Violets. They become ethereal forms, so it's not like you're teleporting across the world, but it's a safe place to take a long rest, but it also functions like Mordenkainen's Magnificent Chest or something. So if there's any gear or things you want to leave in the mansion, or the House of Violets, you can leave, get it the next night, no problem. While in the House of Violets, anyone in Cursed Cove can come and visit you and interact with you like you're right there. Marilyn could come and cast Cure Wounds. If you needed the help of someone to decipher a clue, Lester could cast Identify. Skipshot could fix a piece of gear. All of that kind of stuff is happening. It's a connection to your bastion, quote unquote. That's the big mechanical takeaway from last session, because what awaits the party? The House of Violets is purged, and as was described a long time ago, in order to escape the Cove, the bubble that Gilda had in place has been going down since Gilda's death. Once it goes away entirely, Marilyn and the figures that you decided to be on the council can seize control of Cursed Cove and then cast a spell to bring it back. So there's a brief window where a ship could escape. But that same window could be used by someone to try to sneak into Cursed Cove. And that's what awaits the party. The Crimson Woods Fetzel family is gathering everyone on the Cove outside the Forgotten Escape. The party, unless there's anything they wanted to do at the House of Violets, has been bolstered. You've leveled up. You got the benefits of a long rest. You met once more with the Witch's Walk, and Violette gave you one last trinket and disappeared forever, asking you to give a ring back to Violet if you ever run into her. And that might be it as far as the summary goes, because the planning session that awaits you is, who are you bringing with you to form a crew, and how are you getting out of here? Something that might help you decide on your crew is if you all look at your D&D Beyond character sheets in the Extras tab. I was messing around with that yesterday, and I figured out I can add sidekicks to you. So some of your NPC allies have been added in as sidekicks. I believe I added Scorch to Kachi, and Kettle and Lester to Gwyn. As well as your Oleander, your Summon Beast, has been added into your extras, Gwyn. And I added the Elven Sloop, which is the build of your ship. It does not have a name yet, but has been added to your extras as well, with a whole bunch of stats and things, or a whole bunch of like actions and things listed. Every role on the ship comes with an action in combat and a downtime activity, and some of the positions have some specialized things throughout there. As I think I only assigned Kachi, who is currently the captain, and Trigger as navigator. I can't remember if I assigned Europa to helmsperson, but that is what she was hoping. Like, that is what her instinct would be to volunteer for that position, for you all to be aware of. And you notice on the map, I included a bunch of your allies in case there was anyone that you wanted to bring with you onto the Elven Sloop. And before you left for the House of Violets, Gwyn kind of did a vibe check on everyone and picked up that Kettle is very interested in joining you on your crew. I put her in as the cook. And Scorch is interested in joining as well as the gunner.
We have like a list of all the positions.
In the Elven Sloop page, there is I bulleted out some of them, but there are more that could be added. Like, I didn't add musician, but if you wanted to bring Nada, for example, there would be actions and things that they could be doing as well. Same with Pluck as the musician, or anyone else could be added in there. The nice thing is, because it's linked to all of your pages, I can adjust it in one time and it updates for everybody. So if there's someone that you'd like, I don't know what they're going to do, but I want them to come along, we can figure out a role for them if there isn't one listed in there just yet.
And Europa wants to be the helmsperson, is what she said.
That is because she gets to partner.
She doesn't want to be the navigator?
She was leaving that to you.
But I still don't know letters, and I can't tell which one is left and which one's right.
That's why she was volunteering
that's
for...
why we use port and starboard.
Port and starboard.
Of course.
The helmsperson has the ability to assist the navigator, which is why Europa was filling into that role as well.
Okay. Where are we?
Currently, you are at the House of Violets. Lester has finished this spell. The basement that was once a laboratory for the Crimson Harbingers has been purged. The spell has in effect. Lester has picked up the ring that was created and kind of closed it into Gwyn's hand.
There. I will continue to assist you all however I can. If in some small way it can make up for all of the actions of my past life. I'm glad to have joined up with a different party in this tail end of this one.
Yeah, you're so cool, Lester. Honestly, it doesn't even matter that you're old and close to death. We are so lucky that we got to have you for as long as we did.
This escape would not be possible without you, Lester. So, and
you can rest now. Should we not let him rest? It's okay. Don't die. We need you. No, I'm getting Kachi. I need you.
Doesn't Lester want to come with us? He wants to stay?
No. Doesn't he have to stay?
He is staying. He is,
as Trigger so delicately put, I am getting closer and closer to passing every day. The
every
ship
hour.
And the high seas are not a place for someone of my age. I am human, but my life has been stretched due to my arcane knowledge. But who knows how long.
Oh, speaking of timing, if you just took a little gander out the window right there and you just like looked at that magical shield that's kind of dropping second by second, how long would you say we have until, shore and imminent destruction and or escape?
He does like the horizon check of like, okay, cool. For every finger between the horizon line and the sun is 15 minutes of light.
Oh, I would say that shield was going down quite rapidly, which is bad and good. The sooner it goes down, the sooner myself and Marilyn and your allies can restore it, but you do not have much time to make your decisions. We should probably head for the bay.
Yeah, totally head for the bay.
Lester, you for everything.
Of course, my son.
You're his dad?
No, colloquially, like, yes, my boy, like, yes,
Like the royal.
I thought you guys looked alike. I mean, Kachi kind of looks. No, there's a resemblance there.
They have the same eyes.
Yeah, haunted. Like they've seen too much.
I twist my head.
180 degrees.
Lester, now you do it. Lester, now. Okay.
He does
to the bay.
He does a minor illusion and it makes his head spin around.
Oh. Hey, maybe we are related.
Oh.
Okay.
Questions. I am looking at Lester's spell list, and I do see he has elemental weapon. So if he wants to cast that on the bow before he goes, maybe that's like a good thing.
Ooh, that is very fun.
Bump it up just a little bit.
He brings his spell book along to join you on a jaunt to the cove, preparing to cast elemental weapon on your cannons. Scorch took their massive turret and was able to parcel. It was basically kind of like a 6-shooter turret when it was on the ground, and now is able to separate it into 6 cannons. So the elven sloop now has 6 cannons on board, kind of maxing out this very small vessel. But there is a spot on the ship for another large weapon, given if Scorch has the time and resources to build something else.
Yeah. So you're telling me that I can come back here at any time and grab stuff, right?
Yes. So if you'd like to leave anything behind, you may.
Yeah, I just got a couple rocks that I want to make sure that I can come back and get whenever I want to.
The rocks will be here for you.
Excellent. Don't touch my rocks.
So the rocks will be safe. The bedrooms that you've all frequented, the garden itself, like the big greenhouse, is able to be accessed with your new spell, but you're not able to leave the front door of the House of Violets. But that also means the basement is a part of this spell. So the werewolves were given sort of this final peaceful goodbye by Lester. So, effectively, the crew also has a jail cell if they need one in the future.
Good to know.
Huh. Interesting. Is there a limit to the number of people we can bring through?
Yes. I think it's 1d4 plus 2. Plus the person wearing the ring. It's basically, by default, even if you roll a 1, 4 people can come.
Okay.
But there's a chance to bring more. So, if you roll a 1, okay, cool. Scorch and Kettle will keep an eye on the ship.
Okay, Kachi, as your speechwriter, I've got to let you know, I've written nothing for this. But I do think that you have a certain inspiring gizzard. Is that what you call it? So make sure you make a nice declaration. Tell them that some people will be left, okay? And that's mostly the fatties. We can't, it'll slow down the boat. So we can't, if you're dense, we gotta be lithe, okay?
Okay.
I was gonna tell Gwen, but it's okay.
I have a movement speed of 35 feet.
Live. Mine is 45. So it's not. We're
You're not
comparing.
even that much faster than me, and that's supposed to be your thing.
I'm so much faster than you. Are you kidding me? Do you know how fast I can be?
You don't even have a skateboard.
Check this. Yeah, but realistically, how many people do we think we could take with us if more people wanted to go?
We have spot for 1, 2,
Who's worth bringing?
4.
The ship requires 4. It can fit a crew of 10 comfortably. More individuals can come, but it impacts the speed of the vessel. Like you
what
said.
if we meet cool people on the way? We want there to be room.
Yes.
Right, but I'm just saying, some of these people have been stuck here for hundreds of years, and they probably want to leave, but they might not have skills. They could just be, hey, what?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, so you just want to leave them
Comfortably.
comfortably, of course. Okay, yeah.
Big word there.
They've already set up a life. It's fine.
If they want, we can get them day by day. We can do a weekly trip.
Okay, and I'm just saying, I know we need somebody who's a carpenter / shipwright. I know terms. But if Flint wants to come, you just have to kind of just tell him that I'm more in charge. Okay.
Aye. Which position is hello?
Don't give up the quartermaster. It's the only thing I might want to do.
Europa was the helms person?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm not really good at any of these positions.
I'm
if you look at them, I don't really...
partly an elf, so I can see at nighttime. I'm pretty good with the stars, being a moon elf.
Excellent.
Glad to take that wheel.
Gwen, why don't you be the quartermaster? Because you will also need someone to be in charge of the loot if anything happens.
Oh, yeah. What do we think? The only person I'm thinking about taking from town, what was the pixie's name that runs the hospital?
Potpourri.
Potpourri, right? Not Knifethorn, Potpourri.
Potpourri is Knifethorn's mom.
We can't just take a mom from a child. Okay. Never mind.
I think as we get there, is everyone gathered in the map, or
everyone is kind of gathered because everyone just these are all of your allies. Everyone came to help.
Yeah.
So they are most of while you guys were fighting a dragon, the people were fighting these Cyclops monsters. So people are shoving the Cyclops beasts back into the water or doing some cleanup. Marilyn is kind of taking the lead as far as gathering the council to prepare for restoring the spell as the most magically inclined person.
Cool. Cursed Cove.
And everyone
As
kind
you
of
can tell,
oh shit, yeah, check it out.
As you can tell, we are quickly becoming evident that we need to leave, and we need to help keep the Cyclops at bay from ruining our lives. And I thought this would be easy, a trigger. Yeah. Okay, notes, not that.
You're doing awesome. Remember, it's okay. Inspire and terrify.
Hard. Very good. We have everyone here to thank for keeping us safe in these times of trials from dragons and curses and having a home that we all can go to. And now we ask for you to continue to protect it on the seas if you see fit. We're not asking for everyone to leave. We're asking for those who might want to see a life beyond this island. Whoever wants to come is free to come. If not now, we will return in the future, or try to. We can.
What? I know the risk. You might die.
The risks will outweigh the rewards in the future. And while there might be terrors beyond our imagination, sometimes the treasure is worth the highs and lows of the seas. We'll dance.
The gesture
married.
is ridiculous.
No? Okay, I'm just going to keep going.
Start nodding.
Yeah. Whoever wants to join can join. But know that we may not return. Not everyone. I know not everyone's going to join. Trigger.
Makes eyes at Flint. Hey, real fast.
Yeah.
So, we probably also, we need to be light enough. We need to be strong enough to hold off the ship. But then we need to escape because we're not taking it down. So we need to have a good fighting force and then a quick getaway because we're not gonna beat the Cyclops. I'm gonna tell you right now.
I mean, I believe that.
Are you how loud are you saying that part, Trigger?
I have no social filter, so loudly.
Stila, who has some nautical knowledge as an ex-pirate. There is a faction of people who are kind of like moved by Kachi's words and kind of like looking at each other like, yeah, I like that. That sounds fine. Like the fact that like it's a risk, but we can still make it work. Which we'll touch on in a second. But Stila is not one of the ones who moves forward at that. But as like she sees the kind of concern in your face, you have a rapport. Yeah, there ain't no beating that guy. But I mean, even if you guys are the only ship who's gonna make it out of here, they don't know what ship's yours. You ever used a fire ship before, Trigger?
Yeah, plenty of times, but
Wait, no,
just for my friends here, you should remind them
Yeah,
what that is.
A fire ship is a trap. You load up a vessel full of gunpowder, rum, and whatever you can find, and you steer it towards your enemies. You hope they take the bait.
I want to do it. I want to do it right now. And
that
This was
way,
Steela's
yeah,
idea?
yeah. I mean, we used to sail the Tricorn Hunters. We did this shit all the time.
Yeah, the Cyclops didn't really need to because we had a Death Kraken that was just like...
Exactly. The Gorgon's gaze has got to be out there, and there's a Kraken.
Oh, Steela. Duh.
Yeah, so if you send the fire ship at one of them, that leaves better odds of you guys outrunning whichever one you don't send a fire ship for.
That worked.
People of Cursed Cove, I would love for... Shut up, Bobby. Now is the time. If you have gunpowder, flammable objects, perhaps a stick of dynamite, maybe you have perfume that's a little too old, your grandma's an alcoholic and you'd like to stop it, now's the time. Donate your goods. And also, if you have extra gunpowder, give it to me.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask, but yeah, we could make an announcement.
I love the idea of a gunpowder
My entire
drop.
sentence was, but do we have the goods to make a fire ship? And you're like,
We crowdsource. We fundraise.
Yeah,
we know people who run a tavern.
I mean, Skip's like,
Grease.
Skip's like, we got just the thing. We can find some stuff. Don't worry. So the town begins preparations to make a fire ship, cobbling some things together.
We even have a ship. Is there a ship that's even?
There are fishing vessels that you guys went on one with Weedy at one point. The Elven sloop is easily the most durable and reliable ship. So it'll be very if someone was looking at the two ships that are approaching. If the fire ship looks kind of like a civilian ship of people wanting to leave the cove, that's fine. It's like they're not gonna think, oh, this one's gonna attack us.
Can Lester cast seeming or major or like any sort of imagery that would be more convincing?
Yeah, I was gonna say gather portion, if we could make like scarecrows and put like cloaks on them, we could just position bodies up. I was gonna also say, if I could, is there something I could think of to make like the ship a flammable target so that like if it requires a trigger from a flaming arrow or something, like the deck of the ship is saturated in flammable material?
Absolute. That is excellent, and definitely within the the tavern owner, Scorch has like essentially closed their workshop, and minimized what tools they have because you promised them a spot, so they're coming. You at one point met the Naomi Snakes. Runs a like salon, so there is the equivalent of like hairspray and flammable goos and things like that. The stores, there's an entire armory inside Gilda's keep. You're able to find like, okay, by delegating, the crew is like, you're able to get people to start loading things up. You see Weedy moving to like lend his brawn to help this. Lance Evenstride, who was an enemy not too long ago, is lending a hand to help load the ship up. Blanche is assisting, although she is much less strong than others, but is preparing. Everyone is sort of like working together to prepare this fire ship in preparation. At the suggestion, Lester also starts leafing through his tome, somewhat recollected from the spells that you found in his tower. And I think major image or something like that would be enough to help disguise this, especially if it's bolstered by scarecrows and things like that you're kind of putting together. And you can stuff the scarecrows with Cyclops, with the Cyclops tentacles and stuff.
Could I also ask if I use 2 second-level spell slots to do mirror image on either the fire ship or our ship?
Ooh.
I don't know if because mirror image is such like a singular like for a person.
But as the captain, considering the ship, I think that's a
little blurry.
That is a very clever plan, and I'm gonna say you can absolutely try, but it's gonna have to be like in the moment, risk or reward. Is it gonna work or not? Just dial those tensions up nice and high. But I'll say it'll be like if you're able to do it, yeah, you can kind of sacrifice those 2 spell slots to empower this, and it'll be an Arcana check just to sculpt this spell in a new way. So if there's anything you want to do to bolster yourself for something like that, you can do that as you're setting off.
Cool. I think the only other person I wanted to chat to before we set off is Doubt.
Yes.
Like heading over to them and just being like, Doubt, I know that I was never one to use the little the basin and talk to death and everything, but is there a way to do that like remotely, like on the sea?
Your words were quite inspiring, Kachi Hootsie. I think I've done all I can in Cursed Cove. If anyone is able to join, I would gladly lend my aid. If you've a need for a tarot reader, fortune teller, diviner, I would gladly bring myself and my basin along. As long as I'm near you, and kind of taps on the amulet that she gave you, that will keep working.
Good to know. Welcome aboard.
So Doubt,
Could be the captain. Oh my god.
Doubt expressed interest in joining. Pike, the sea elf played by Grant, is also interested in joining. The 3 merfolk, angels representing them currently, are interested in joining you for the exit. But they do express that, and Pike is kind of in that camp as well, that once they escape the cove, they're interested in going to find, like, making their return to the home of the merfolk. If you guys make your way there, you will be welcome, but that's their priority one. So they'll, like, basically hang on the side of the ship, help you get out, and then they're going to go.
Right.
So not necessarily joining the crew, which is including Pike as well. So the crew, it will be without a shipwright technically.
We'll
But
be willing to do that as long as they spread word to all the merfolk of how helpful we were.
oh, gladly, they are very impressed with you.
Other waters.
Angel looks sad to leave Trigger behind, but is hopeful that she'll see you again.
Listen, I know lots of people who made long distance work. Granted, they were mostly pirates and prostitutes, but every time they got back together, it seemed like a good thing. There was also money involved. There's no money in this for you. Only my love. Yeah.
Like, gets bashful. Bubble, the sea dwarf that you met when working with Weedy, is interested in lending a hand.
Yeah. It's been a long time. I've spent a good time on the sea. I'd be...
No.
No?
Oh no, sorry. I'm behind you right now. I'm shaking my head to the person you're talking to.
Oh, all right. So yes, Kachi, when we faced that kraken together, and you put me in a box, and it became kraken bait. So I'm standing up for myself now. That I think I'd be a good member of your crew. I'm strong. I can load cannons. I don't. I salvage.
How are you at woodworking?
I mostly pull things up from the ocean, but if there are tools, I will try to figure it out.
Who else do I see around? Does anyone look like a better leader, or is this person going to keep
in the batch of people who are like immediately on board to join, like no persuasion checks necessary or anything? There is also not a skeleton who is interested in leaving just because they just arrived here, they have places to go.
I feel like they're going to have a really interesting backstory.
And Yalkendian, the elf who washed up during the last storm, and the doppelganger took their place to preside as a judge over Kettle.
I would like to lend my services. My eventual destination is back to the elven capital, but I would gladly,
Like kneels down and like pounds like a fist to his shoulder,
lend my aid however I can.
Oh my. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead, rise, dear.
Yes. My
mate,
captain.
No.
This is going to go to my head. Wonderful. Get up. Help swab the deck. Carry on boxes and of the sort.
The swabbing shall commence.
he became Matthew Barry, and I think that's fine.
I love it.
Listen, I respect you as much as any person who has ever kind of considered mutiny can respect their captain. But I know the sea, okay? I know these landlubbers are not gonna be it, okay? And what I should be responsible for is interviewing an actual deck boy, barnacle boy, cabin boy. That's what I want to do, all right? Please.
Children at other stops, though.
Right, but also we need cannon fodder, so it's like half these people are gonna die, right? And that's okay. But I just don't bring on the elven man. Don't bring on the bag of bones. Let me have a brief interview process. I promise I won't disappoint you. I know what this position entails.
Well,
Not tails.
They don't need to just be a barnacle boy. They can also just help around stuff. Is that what a barnacle boy is?
Yeah. People also use a barnacle boy to lob insults, to get them drinks, to
You can't
put
use
cigarettes
this person.
out on. I promise we won't do all of the things that have ever happened to me as a barnacle boy. But
Okay, you gotta promise me that.
I will not take up smoking, so I will not put a cigarette out on a barnacle boy, I promise.
Oh my god.
I have tried to take up smoking before. There's something about the moisture in my lungs that is not conducive for it. It just comes out as sort of like a weird hookah thing, and it's not. I don't like it. I'm gonna go conduct my interview now.
All right.
I want to gather up the eye patch batch.
Eye Patch Batch is gathered with Petal as kind of their leader. Seems like they were happy to swab the decks while you guys were at the House of Violets, because that was the order you gave. But with the idea of like, oh, this is like we're not playing pirates. It's really dangerous now. Many of them seem a little more frightened. Petal seems like the bravest. Like, yeah, I'm willing to do this. Eye Patch Batch reporting in, sir.
Listen up, you little orphan, parentless cretins. Nobody's loved you your whole life.
No one.
Nobody has ever treated you with an ounce of respect. Not even me. But you know who will? The sea. She's a testy bitch, but she will take care of you and swaddle you in her waves. Some of you will be spit back out and won't make it, which is why I actually will only be taking one. But if you choose this life, the rewards are small. If you choose this life, riches will probably not come to you. If you choose this life, you're probably gonna die. I'm not gonna lie. But on the off chance that you don't, and you do get rich, and there is glory to be held, it's actually a pretty good thing. You can put it on resumes, and like, you know, I it's hard to believe, I know, but I started out as a barnacle boy. I started out as a cabin boy, and look at me now. I'm really unclear about what position I have on the ship, but look at me now, okay? So, step forward if any of you want to die a potentially dangerous, horrible death.
Petal steps forward, and Bookshelf steps forward.
No, Bookshelf, step back. No, I didn't mean you.
Okay.
That's not.
Yeah,
that's,
sorry.
No, wait, Bookshelf. Sorry. I have a very important job for you.
All right.
Just want you to look after the kids here. I'm never gonna really talk to you guys ever again, so I just want to make sure that they've got somebody who actually cares. Okay, is that good?
I'll look after them. Yeah.
Now get out of the way as I talk to my chosen. Petal.
but yeah, I sort of thought it would be me. I found the knife on the battlefield, so it's mine now.
Great. That's the initiative I've been looking for. Okay, I want you to carve into your arm this. Actually, you know what? We'll get you a real tattoo sometime.
Yeah.
Petal, I know it's called Barnacle Boy, but would you be my Barnacle Boy girl?
I'm proud to be your barnacle bitch.
Wow. I know I used the term bitch earlier, but now it seems weird when prescribing it to a small girl.
I'm a dwarf. I'm not,
okay.
It's sort of like
age is weird, and
yeah,
sure. That's sure. My barnacle person of undetermined value and gender.
I'm immature, but I'm still able to be responsible for taking my life into my own hands.
Though you are small, you are still a bitch. Awesome.
Marilyn,
step aboard.
Marilyn standing back like, this checks, as a mom, this kind of checks out.
Can I go over to Marilyn?
God, can I follow the mayor around while he meets everyone? I'm just following. I'm trying to get to college.
You knew them best. I don't really think that's true. We need another like leader on the ship to be bosun to keep everyone in line. Can you see if one of the four, Blanche, Eva, Lance, Stila, maybe one of them can come aboard as well?
I mean, Steel is kind of baller with the fire ship idea. I feel like that could be a nice promotion.
I agree. I don't know if she wants to leave though. That's the thing.
Yeah, I don't think.
Wait, is Weedy not leaving? Is Weedy coming? No.
Of the four that you mentioned, none of them voluntarily stepped forward, but two of the four consider you an ally. So with the persuasion check, they would be willing to join you.
Yes, and you're the captain. They want the invite from you, not from me. But you should invite the brother and the sister together.
But yeah, true.
I just was here coming over to say I'm a little nervous about Yelkendian because he got replaced with that demon thing, and this retreat from reality has been nice in this bubble, but I was even found in the bubble. So after we leave here, it's been nice trusting everyone, but after this point, as soon as we leave again, there's going to be a high level of mistrust, and I trust you, so I just want you to know I don't love that Yelkendian is coming, but I support this. But I do support bringing Stila and Weedy.
Okay.
Sell it as a
you.
promotion, but go to Weedy first, talk to the brother, convince him to convince her with you.
Okay. Because I'd forgotten about that, Gwen, and I did not want to impose upon you anybody that you mistrust, but I know that going out into the open sea is going to be a lot of mistrust.
It's not that I'm even mistrust Yelkendian. I doubt his ability to hold his own because he was taken over. You know what I mean? Because that he was replaced. But and I have the Finder's goggles. I just have used them already, so I can't touch this gavel.
Yeah. No, I get that. In the bag.
Yeah, so I'm gonna check that every day. But
no, we'll keep an eye on them. And
okay, I just wanted to say this out loud, but I think we can do this, and we're gonna survive.
aye.
Okay.
Because of that, do you want to take Kettle and make sure she's getting on the ship okay?
Yeah, I'll supervise, but in like a cool way, not like in a.
Yeah. I think you and Marilyn really connected in a way that like I was not able to.
Yeah, and I'll just kind of stand near Marilyn in support without saying anything.
Yeah, you see,
we like look on.
Kettle
together.
is like saying her goodbyes to her family. Marilyn kind of like pulls her into a hug and like is teary-eyed, but understands her daughter's inclination to make her own way in the world. Skipshot is in the opposite vein, is just very excited and is trying to like trying to just send more things put more things into Kettle's pack while she's hugging her siblings. As like Bash, this blue tiefling, is like proud of her sister, looks to her mom as if like, well, maybe I should go too, and then Marilyn just like, no, you're the baby, you stay here.
No.
Pluck is
And
excited
we'll always
because
be connected.
yes, Pluck's just like, yeah, if Kettle goes, I'll be the favorite. That's great. But is happy to be the best musician in Cursed Cove. Is more sad to see Not a Skeleton go because they had played a few duets, but the family is saying goodbye to Kettle. When Marilyn notices Gwyn getting close, kind of pulls Gwyn into the festivities, without no like judgment or like, I don't trust you. It's just like, yes, the two of like, you will be able to watch each other's backs. Like Kettle, okay, like almost kind of getting into like, okay, cool, where are we here? Kettle, what can Kettle do to help like this group? Here's my plan. As soon as your ship gets close, we'll start the spell again so that like just as you leave, it'll be right behind you, like almost trying to like intellectualize her feelings in the moment.
Yes. It'll be dangerous. No unnecessary danger. You know what I mean? We will
Exactly.
make sure
It
Kettle
will-
is not on the
Whatever we can do from inside to assist, the main thing is, even if we need to lull some of that danger in to give you time to escape, we can take it. This, the power that you all sort of brought back in sort of gestures to, like Gilda's presence still kind of here on the shore. The lingering powers of a dragon are nothing to turn our nose up at. We can channel some of that into a protection. I'm more worried about you all than the cove itself. Some stragglers may get in, but we'll be okay. You all need to go fast, be swift, and get away from here. That ship, I my knowledge of maritime affairs is limited as sort of the domain of nature. But if it's elven in make, it'll be faster than whatever the Cyclops has. Use that to your advantage.
I trust Kachi Hoochie with my life. If we can't bring Kettle back, I promise to bring a letter each time.
Oh, very nice.
At
Marilyn.
least I can get it done.
Kettle's just like, yeah, I promised I'd write as much as I possibly can, whatever I can do to, get things in order. And Lester kind of like puts a hand on Marilyn's shoulder and like begins to explain the spell that he put into place, so Kettle may not always seem quite as far, as long as it's possible to bring her.
I'm gonna kind of look like there's something else I need to do so I can leave, but I don't.
Yes,
know,
yeah. You're like you kind of do one of those like, oh yeah, I need to go over this way.
Yeah, exactly one of those. I think is what I'm doing at this point. So they can have like a private, finalized goodbye. And then
Nice.
I'll be like, Kettle, when you're ready, I'll see you on the ship.
Yeah, perfect. As people start to like continue to like load, like there's people coming and going off of the ship, like loading, like Skipshot is like having people load supplies, like that big Minotaur that washed up is now working at the tavern, is like loading up food supplies and stuff, kind of under the direction of Skipshot and Kettle. I forget his name, what I'd name him, but like the father and the tiefling daughter who washed up on shore are there. He's kind of like the dad's kind of doing his part to help now that the danger has passed. Like the tattoo artist doesn't seem willing to join, not interested in joining the crew, but he's helping move supplies and things. Kachi going.
Can I run up to Kachi?
Yeah.
Oh, am I okay to run up to Kachi in the midst of all the madness?
Yes.
Oh, trigger.
Captain, just wanted to let you know, I hired a hardworking young thing. Petal the barnacle bitch. It's gonna be great.
You think you called Kettle a bitch?
Petal? No, I would never call Kettle a bitch. That's crazy. No, Petal, self-proclaimed. I also wasn't okay with the language at first, but kind of seemed into it. Now I was willing to go with Barnacle Boy Girl, but again,
Barnacle Baddie is also on the table.
I like Barnacle Baddie. Let's keep that language.
You know what? I'll be
Captain.
making the suggestions. Thank you, Petal. Dang it, no. See, Kachi, she's not going to respect me if you keep... Okay, doesn't matter. Along with the lines of giving suggestions, I do think that it is bad luck for us to head out to sea without having a proper name on our vessel. So in line with this, I have given a couple of suggestions that I think that you should consider. First one, the Gorgon's gaze. But it's not like eyes. It's more to represent our sexual diversity on the ship.
Got it. Great.
Okay. Next up is Cyclops Lament. Once again, a lot of we're on the section here.
I'm sensing a theme.
Why does anybody let me play this game? Next up is the sea section, like the ocean.
Yep.
Okay.
But we're cutting through the water.
Yeah. Yep. Cursed load. Thoughts and feelings could work.
Okay.
Lester's jester. I kind of thought it was like fun for our playful attitude and nice jovial sense. Dragon death machine. We can workshop that one, but I do think it kind of says very well what we do. The Wind Waker. There will be no licensing problems. I don't foresee it having any copyright issues whatsoever. And last one is Cove Cutter. I thought that's stupid. I don't. That's fine. But
I mean, Cove Cutter's not bad. What if we conglomerate a few of these? What about like?
Oh yeah. Okay,
No.
that sounds stupid, but sure, that's fine. We
Great.
can do it.
Wonderful.
The Wind Gaze, Lester's Gaze. We could be Lester's Gaze.
Lester's gaze. Yeah, Lester would love.
Yeah. It's just again, it is bad luck for us to go out there without a proper name. So, we could workshop it when we get out there, but just something for me to paint on the hall right now. Anything you'd like?
Ooh, okay, right now, I think you should put on some flowery ornamentation. Maybe something that's like a little bit. No, not okay. Maybe something that you're.
Hey, look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
Yeah.
You are the captain now. I need you to make a decision. You are the captain.
Okay, give me 10 seconds. Let me ruminate. Okay. A lot harder when I feel pressured about a child asking me for
I
a
should have been
name.
stupider in this campaign. I didn't realize that I should have been dumb as a rock.
I want you to make a grand masterpiece of a dragon being stabbed.
Okay.
That's
right
the
now.
name of the
Breathe over
ship,
it.
and you're like, please draw me the mono.
You can't name the ship with wingdings.
Oh, how about weddings? Sorry. So you want me to do the dragon one?
No, yeah, I think if we do not dragon's gaze, but dragon's death gaze. Death gaze. But not death 2, but no?
Death
Okay.
to the gaze?
No, not death 2. Death. Like, we are the death coming forward.
What about the wing? Okay, how about the wing cutter?
Wing cutter? That sounds good.
You have wings. Gwen has wings. I like stabbing things.
Wing cutter is great, Trigger.
Okay, I'll draw a dragon and some flowers.
No dragon, no more dragon, just wing
No
cutter.
dragon, but still the flowers.
I think we're both gonna die now. Campaign. I think that's everyone but Trigger's gonna die now.
Death to the gays.
You haven't played.
Sorry, you're dying.
You haven't played in 5 months. Name a ship. Okay.
Yeah, basically.
Wait,
welcome back. What's
is.
your ship's name?
what the fuck?
What the
All right, so I go in bright red to paint the wing cutter on the hull of the ship with some flowers.
Excellent.
I'm colorblind.
It's the same color as the wood. I do it in several layers so that I can put Gwyn's hand across it so I can feel.
So you build it up. It's textural.
It's braille.
You painted it in braille.
So accessible.
No. All right, Trigger, you've gotten a name for the ship. Next, you have to start thinking about what you can convince Kachi to be the crew's tattoo, because as the most seasoned pirate, you're probably the only one who knows that tends to be a rite of passage with pirate ships.
What? No one said I was gonna have any ink on my body.
You can literally make it appear and disappear.
Yeah. Well, technically, I can do that at any time. I have mask and mitigation. I'm 20.
So ship name decided as you approach. Weedy, Stila, Lance, and Blanche. Lance has has like a clipboard of sorts, seeking out supplies for the fire ship. It seems like the old wings are sort of taking charge of the fire ship and getting all of that organized. So you just kind of a few steps down the dock, you can run into most of them. But it's easy enough if you wanted to follow Gwyn's suggestion and pull Weedy aside. It's very easy. He's acting as muscle and just moving barrels of flammable substances.
Oi, Weedy.
Hey, yeah. Hey, gotcha.
We need some muscle on this ship.
Oh,
I know.
Help moving stuff?
Not moving stuff. I know that you and your sister are ex-pirates, but we wanted to know if you'd want to join.
Oh, I always kind of thought of us as sort of washed up pirates because we got lost and ended up here. I didn't know if you guys would want us.
Want you? You have been instrumental in helping us along the way. You and your sister are incredible strong, powerful people on this island who would not have the chance to have survived without both of you.
Yeah, I mean, our last crew was mostly just mercs, so it's been a lot nicer helping you guys.
Listen, I can't promise we're not going to be, escaping death, learning along the way, but having some experience on the crew would definitely be helpful.
Yeah, I think I can lend some of that. You should know, our last crew is still active, so if we run into them, they may have a little vendetta against you for taking us. But as long as that doesn't scare you, I could be convinced.
I try to fly up on the barrel, not that he's carrying, but next to him.
Nice.
Try to let him stop us.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check, Kachi. And as Weedy is an ally of yours, you have advantage on this.
Thank goodness. Okay. Persuasion. Ooh, 16.
Nice. You see it in Weedy's eyes, yeah. He tightens, he wears like a scarf on his bicep. It covers where his tattoo of his former crew was. He kind of almost subconsciously kind of adjusts it after warning you. Yeah. Happy to be some muscle. I'd hate to leave my sister behind. Is she coming too? Have we talked to her?
I was going to her next. You want to come with?
Yeah. With a 16, he's going to assist you, so the DC to convince Stila is lower. So if you want to make another persuasion check, the DC is only, actually with, Stila is actually more of an ally than Weedy, so technically, the DC for her now is only 5.
Okay. With advantage as well?
With advantage for, because Weedy is helping out.
A crazy roll. But that is higher, 17.
Nice, yeah. You and Weedy kind of approach Stila, and as you guys approach, she just kind of hangs her head. I tried to resist by not walking up when you were making the pretty words.
Mm-hmm.
But I know the look on your faces. Weedy looks sad and pleading already. And honestly, you guys might be screwed without me.
We're going to be. We need someone who can handle a trigger most of all, but also...
That's true.
I'm standing on the side of the ship.
Hammering. It's what is... Trigger? So Trigger's right in the name of the ship, right?
Yeah, I think he wanted to do a little bit of a multimedia piece.
Has he learned how to write or read? Because he couldn't yesterday.
No.
That's a lie. I know the first couple letters of the alphabet.
Weedy, you keep carrying stuff. I'm gonna get him in order. And she takes her scarf off and kind of hands it to Lance. I resign, I guess.
Yeah, you're the bosun as well, so thank you.
Oh shit, got promoted. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I figured of making Stila, bosun, and then for shipwright more so because I know that he can handle the load of getting wood places while other people can probably help.
And even if he doesn't have tool proficiencies or anything, it's something he could learn over time, or he could be the shipwright temporarily until you find someone more fitting, and he could get rotated to a gunner position or just crew hand, because there are more space for crew than there are crew responsibilities at this moment. So he could just be general hand doing help actions during combat.
Excellent. Cool. I'll go back over to Gwen. Okay, accomplished. I think we've got a pretty good crew.
So it's you, me, Trigger, Stila, Weedy, Kettle, Scorch, Europa, Dow, Yalkendian.
Not a skeleton.
So okay.
Okay, Nada is coming along, and Nada is similar to Angel and Pike, they're interested in leaving, but at the current moment, yeah, happy to help. Whatever I can do to sort of, keep the shanties going. But I don't know if being a pirate's for me. I'm just a musician, but I'm here to help. Once again, not a skeleton.
Have we ever heard you talk before? That's the weirdest voice I've ever heard.
Nope.
You sing with that?
My violin's really pretty. My voice is not.
Crazy. Has anybody ever tried to play your bones like a marimba?
Not exactly. They're not my bones, but I can tell you're gonna try.
I do a glockenspiel roll.
Yeah. Would hate to have him be wrong.
Through this big purple cloak they wear, you just hear like ding 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 on bones.
It's good timbre. Good timbre.
And there was Bubble, but I mean, I don't know if we.
He's standing on the deck
No.
like.
No. I shoot Bubble in the face.
Bubble dies.
You gotta go.
You gotta do a quick murder before you go.
Ah!
Time to
The
go!
Cyclops, he's getting through, everybody.
We gotta go.
I go up to Bobble. Hey. Okay. So
Yes.
the captain has a very important job for you.
All
okay?
right.
Just like last time. Okay.
Do I have to be the
We need
barnacle
you to
boy
we need you to get in this crate.
again?
Yeah, it's gonna be part of the diversion, but you did such a good job of it last time. Kachi said you're the only one who can do this. I need you to get in this crate and not open it for at least 3 hours, okay?
Classic barnacle boy shenanigans. And Bubble climbs into the crate.
Hey, did we get all the crates on the fire ship?
I leave and there is the somebody switches it behind me. I don't know where.
We're gonna flip a coin. Odds.
Cares?
Odds.
can't
Bubbles on the
remember.
fire ship. Evens. He survives.
I killed that one guy that wasn't a kid.
That's an odd. A Bubble is on the fire ship.
Oh my!
Things happen. Sometimes
Zeklin the centaur just kind of comes over. Oh, this one's gonna burn good. Okay.
Oh, that reminds me. Where's the fucking drow kid?
Nowhere to be seen.
We haven't seen him again.
No. Onyx.
I want to check for stowaways before we.
Absolutely. Yeah. Go ahead. Doing a sweep of the ship as you're getting on board. People were coming and going, loading
I know
things
I
up.
would.
I was gonna say, I feel like we bump into each other doing this.
Absolutely. So, if one of you wants to give,
I'm not loading anything.
if one of you wants to help the other, or if you guys both just want to roll your own perception checks, you can do that.
I mean, I get a +6. You get a. Yours is pretty good.
I'm assuming it's good. I get +4.
Okay. Do you want me to roll twice? You're gonna. Yeah, you were gonna roll. Okay, you roll. I got not great. 11.
Yeah, I got 13. I'm sure there's no one on this ship, because why would they get it?
Yeah, and why would Matt be rolling right now to see if
Rolling to see if there was a stowaway that you find. As you go on the ship, yeah, what was his fucking name? As you open a barrel, you see a barrel kind of wiggling around, and you open it, and the other sea dwarf that you met, I think it was Akis Barley.
Akis Barley, the one who lived next to us.
The shopkeeper who lives next to you is stowing away.
That's so him.
Oh, this is not my shop. I Hello.
You want to kill him or should I?
Well, I do think that killing him early, unfortunately, ends exciting possibilities here. Unfortunately, if we let him live, I don't know what he's going to possibly do for us.
I'm a merchant. I can negotiate. If you have to pay docking fees, I could try and get him lowered.
I don't think we're going to be
that's
coming back
interesting.
here.
Oh.
If I like to play cards, I could be a dealer.
Is that a phrase for drug dealer?
Hey, here's what we're gonna say.
I could find drugs.
No drugs. We're running a clean ship. Okay. Do you mind if I, Gwen? Do you mind if I?
I don't.
Here's the thing. My friend Gwen here is way cooler than you are. So much more charismatic and can definitely lie its way through just about anything. You are currently pretty bad at your job. But
from inside a barrel that hasn't gotten out yet. Oh, I'm pretty convincing.
We're going to allow you to get better at your job. And here's how. There is a way for us to start transporting goods off of this island back onto it. And vice versa. Now that's going to be run through our house. Bass, you know him, the ghost that haunts the place. You may be familiar when you were trying to steal something from it when we first met you.
Yeah, I tried to get you all to get rid of him and you didn't.
Yeah, because he knew you were a little shit. So, stay here on the island and maybe there's something in it for you when we do a little goods exchange. We're going to be running some things through the house. Do you understand? Is this good? I feel like this is good.
I guess, but we could have anyone else do it. Like, we don't need him to do it.
I know, but we're trying to give him a second shot here, I guess. I mean, I could give him a second shot to the head, I guess.
I draw my bow, and it's like an inch from his face. And I'm like, what if I did it? I haven't killed anyone in a while. I feel like I could.
Well, if you did it, then there would be no one. I have a license with the Better Business Bureau. So, Bastion is a ghost who doesn't have that. So, if there were goods, I can be under your employ. Please don't kill me.
Yeah, I don't really need to kill him because I don't want to kill, but I don't see why he needs to live.
Well, this might be a nice way to make a little extra money for us.
I've got kids.
Stay with them. What is wrong with you?
Yeah. Where are they?
At home.
You don't have kids.
Or at school.
You don't have kids.
You lied about having kids?
We lived next to you for like 6 weeks. You think we didn't know that you...
I could have kids. Those feral children that you're with.
Kill him.
No, I do not want you near the eye patch batch.
Fuck.
Kill him right now. He's gonna kill your kids. He just threatened.
He's gonna kill my kids.
All
right, I can shoot his. Why don't I shoot his dick off?
I threatened to adopt them.
Shoot his dick off right now in front of me. Do it.
Get off of our ship.
That's not what I said.
He starts
Do you really want me to shoot his dick off?
the barrel towards the ship, like towards the dock.
All right, we tip him over and we push him off.
He falls into the water, but he's a sea dwarf, so he can breathe in the water.
My head is like on a little bridge.
Okay, yeah.
Come back to the House of Violet, knock on the door 3 times, 1 month from now. If Bast answers, that means he has work for you. If not, piss off.
All remember!
I think this could be a really nice relationship.
But beyond Aegis Barley, nothing seems to be out of place. In fact, as you sweep through the decks, looking for stowaways, you see the last few stragglers, like people saying goodbye. Like the Kettle is showing her siblings the ship, but they're making their way out. Think just like kind of like, oh wow, that's awesome, it's so cool, it's been fixed. And you notice that, okay, yeah, the repairs that Pike and the mermaids were able to make look fairly solid. It looks well cared for. Even with, I think it was a 16 was the higher of the two. You notice that the ship, being this sort of elven craft, it is also, beyond just being a solid ship currently at full health, the preparations that have been made by Pike and the like have also empowered the ship. So the bosun bonus and the shipwright bonus are currently in effect. So the ship has 2 temporary hit points right now. So instead of having 10 hit points, it now has 12 in preparation for the journey it must make. And you see your crew. You have gathered by my count, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 including Petal, and then 16 including Pike and the mermaids, who aren't like staying in the ship. So with them kind of being more on the exterior of the ship, it's not going to affect the speed capabilities of the ship. It'll still be able to go its full speed, but it is a full ship, staffed and ready to go. Some people have more nautical experience than others, but as a crew, they are prepped and ready for their next mission. With the spell protecting the cove getting closer and closer to being peeled away, are there any last-minute invites or preparations to make from the crew?
I think that's it for me.
Yeah, if Lester's going to cast Elemental Weapon on something.
Yes, Lester studied. He knows Elemental Weapon, so he'll cast that on the cannons. So, boom, they are prepped and ready to go with a lightning surge. And he also has learned Major Image in preparation for assisting the fire ship in being in a successful decoy.
I believe I am good then.
Cursed Cove. Thank you. Be well. Wish us luck. Y'all have been y'all have been great. Appreciate everything you've done for us. Crew, step off.
Crew makes way. Everyone kind of like, what does that mean? And Stila kind of like shoves people to the right places, and between her and Weedy, they're able to kind of get everyone else in the right position to start pulling ropes and making preparations. Everyone kind of lending a hand, even those who don't quite know what's going on. Marilyn using her, like, tapping into some of her druidic abilities to maneuver the ship and help give it a little push in the right direction. As you look on the curse, like as you look back at basically in front of Gilda's keep, you see the Crimson Wood Svetzels, you see Grizzle, this old goblin. Even like Lance and Blanche are backing them up. Ivy, the dryad, has lent some aid to this new council as well, as they begin and step into place to bring the power of Cursed Cove back online after you have made your egress. But what stands between you and freedom is distinctly Gorgon's gaze and Kraken shaped. So as the wind cutter is poised at the entrance and exit to Cursed Cove, you see the last bits of this spell dip into the fog, and there's a moment of quiet before the unmistakable sound of cannon fire as flashes illuminate through this fog. Volleys begin to head into Cursed Cove, and shapes you can start to make out. These large Cyclops creatures, having made it through the Cursed Cove, are starting to make their way towards the shore. I need everyone to roll initiative. The ship is laden with its many, many skilled hands as they're surging outwards, leaving Cursed Cove behind for the first time in quite some time. The party will be able to see outside of this one town shortly, as long as the ship survives the encounter. Starting off initiative, through this fog, all you can see is these giant encroaching figures, these massive Cyclops minions that you've faced before, but it seems like they are marching on the cove at large. The fire ship does not have a token per se, but is basically matched. Actually, I might just make it your same token. It'll just match your ship. Trying to find ship tokens is hard. So this one up here will be the fire ship, and it's basically going to be matching you when it comes to movement. They know what the plan is. There is like a sailor on the ship who's ready to dive off as soon as it gets into a precarious position and then swim for shore. A buddy of Wheaties who's staying behind. But as it starts off, leading us off is both Trigger and Steela. Steela kind of looks to you, Trigger. Steela, with the ability to call for a movement action. Only one movement action can be done, except Trigger gets a bonus. So we'll start this off with the bosun calling for a move action. The sails being inflated with the wind as a little blessing from Marilyn goes into effect. So our ship, the wing cutter, is able to move its entire movement, 45, as it begins to make its way out of Cursed Cove, leaving all of those tokens behind, because I'm just worrying about the wing cutter right now. And there we go. So that is Steela's turn. She calls for that movement action. Trigger, what would you like to do?
So are these Cyclops things in the bay?
They are in the cove. They have the lingering minions that were here from the previous fight, whatever was alive has gathered. They seem like they're not necessarily focused on the ships, but they may take a swipe at you as you pass.
Is pushing the ship an action and evasive maneuver an action?
They are both actions, so the big dilemma for a navigator is choosing between those two or taking any of the standard actions on the ship.
Right. I think the Gorgon's Gaze is not on the map currently, but we know it will be.
You know it is out there, but you have not been able to see it through the fog just yet to know where it is. But you know it's outside the cove.
Captain, correct me if I'm wrong, but our first goal is to hold the gate, right?
Aye.
All right. All right. Do we have a way to push the movement so I'm not within opportunity attacks from these guys?
Yes, you're able to. You can thread the needle and maneuver yourselves through.
Yeah, we'll get the movement out of the way, and then any attacks that we want to take afterwards, we can. But let's get us as far out as we can.
So with his keen eye of an artist, Trigger calls for to push the ship. So the crew works hard to get a little bit more speed coaxed from those sails, and is able to get the ship right into position. Oh, why can't I move it with that one?
Hoist the mainsails. Get the lead out of your oars. What were you, born on a fucking valley?
Evading the Cyclopses here.
Great.
The fire ship does not have the ability to push it. So you will essentially, it'll move again next round, but you guys will be able to hold and then go. So it puts you in a more beneficial maneuvering situation to be slightly ahead of the fire ship anyway. That is Trigger and Steela, which brings us to Gwyn and Europa. Anything from our quartermaster?
Of course. I am here, and I'm gonna pull out my pan flute that I have, and I'm just gonna hit like a few notes, and we're gonna start like a couple, like a Mockingjay chord system, basically, to make an inspiring call.
Yes.
So that everyone gets a 1d8 of inspiration, or do I bestow a 1d8 of inspiration?
Yes.
That makes more probably then.
You bestow 1d8 of inspiration to someone.
Yes, I feel like I have to give it to Kachi, because Kachi can do any crew ability. So it feels like that makes the most sense. Moving forward to give it to the captain. How long is the ship?
The ship, I believe, I need to swap maps real fast, but I can see. Apologies, I'm going to jump maps real fast, because this one is to scale. The main part of the ship is 45 feet long.
Perfect.
And then about 20 feet wide.
Okay, my goal is to stand in the middle of the ship for as much of my time on the ship as possible.
Yeah.
Because I am ready with a silence spell that will fit all of the ship but 5 feet. So as long as the cannons aren't out of it, we could in theory fire cannons silently, but we also won't be able to talk. So there's no point in doing that now. But when we need to be quiet,
because you did your inspiring call already. And then for your knowledge, the inspiring call is something you can do infinitely in combat. There's not a resource that goes away, because doing that keeps you from doing other actions. That is the cost.
And then with moving, I know Trigger can move twice, but that still counts as moving once for anyone else, right?
Yes. So because Stila has moved the ship has used its movement, its standard movement action already.
That's what Stila is. Okay. Perfect. In that case, then yes, I'm ready, and I'm just kind of like looking at Kachi or whoever tells me now is the time to be silent.
Europa at the helm kind of looks to the officers, Kachi and Gwyn. We firing cannons yet? Are we taking out these walkers? Or are we saving it for what comes next?
Save it for what comes next. The the island can keep these three at bay.
All right. You know what? I failed to make it out last time. My crew I washed up back on shore. I ain't let that happen this time. This boat is gonna make it. And Europa goes into her werewolf form. Europa is going to take the heroic interception action. So every round, someone can take a heroic interception and prepare themselves to protect the ship at the cost of their own well-being. So she will be prepared to basically dive in front of any cannon fire or something like that if it comes for the ship. That's Kachi.
Okay, we're going to do what we discussed. As we try to make it out, I'm going to use 2 and try to hope to do a mirror image of the ship.
Nice. You have a D8 of inspiration from Gwyn, and this is the perfect time to mention it, because there are many people on the ship that are not crew members, but they are able-bodied. Pike, the mermaids, Petal, not a skeleton. There are, every round, well, as long as they are all healthy, there are essentially 6 help actions to be doled out to whoever needs them. So, a help action is coming Kachi's way, so you have advantage on this Arcana check, as not a skeleton lends a musical bolstering inspiration to you. Musical bolstering encouragement. They're not using bardic inspiration. That's not the mechanic that's happening right now.
Do I have a DC?
Yes. So your DC is going to be an 18 to sculpt the spell in this way.
Easy, Matt. Easy. That's 22.
22. Okay. Kachi, whether or not Gwyn has told you this silence plan already, you know you have to kind of get it in place beforehand. You instinctively reach for the Arbor Forge that you tend to cast your spells with, and you are reminded that it is currently missing. So your hand goes instead to the dagger of Nico Stiletto in this unstable amethyst. Calling on the powers you've gained, you are able to expand your magical abilities in this way, specifically because you're the captain. So, in this action, not only are you casting a spell that applies to the ship, but you are effectively binding yourself to the wood of this elven craft. As this mirror image kind of goes off, the like carved banisters, almost not like splinters, but like these smooth railings in a few places, like bulk up, almost as if like feathers have been carved onto the ends of railings as the ship becomes a little bit more yours. As mirror image is cast successfully on this ship. So if an attack is targeting the ship, you roll to see if it attacks one of the illusions or not. I'm remembering mirror image in this moment. He cast mirror image and dipped.
Sorry, y'all. You were like, you cast mirror, and then it went away.
You've successfully cast mirror image, so if an attack comes your way, there's a potential that it actually will hit an illusion that the captain has conjured. Very captain-like and epic. As the wing cutter positions itself at the mouth of Cursed Cove, you see the flashes of cannons just before you hear the sounds coming your way. As at the entrance to Cursed Cove, the Gorgon's gaze is positioned, firing a positioned bow astern, so they're pointing towards the south, a broadside of cannons just firing into the mouth of this harbor. They crash into rocks, into the debris of ships that have been crashed, trying to make their way in or out of the cove. It seems like they aren't even necessarily aiming. They are just showing their power. So I'm going to, before even doing any of the mirror image shenanigans, I'm just going to roll a luck check to essentially see if any of their wayward shots come in the direction of the wing cutter. I'm going to say anything below a 5 on a d20 means that there are shots coming your way just by random happenstance. That is exactly a 5. So I'll say one shot is coming in your direction. It's a ricochet off of some rocks coming towards the ship. So they're going to aim at you and hopefully try to make it past the mirror image. Ooh, I missed my dice spot. Oh, fuck. That is a miss. The ricochet bounces off and careens overhead, going past the wing cutter. It was a natural 3. Does not actually impact the wing cutter, but it is enough that the crew kind of like, okay, yeah, those are coming at us. We're good. We got this.
Matt, can I ask, what is how exactly is heroic interception to work? Do you have to does somebody have to pre-call it? Or...
yeah, I think you may have ducked during Europa's turn. Europa has pre-called it. So she took the heroic interception action. So she is the one on the crew ready to leap in place. And as this like cannon is kind of coming by, she tracks it and kind of moves towards the railing. But as it kind of goes wide, she kind of gets back into position, kind of like where Gwyn is like prepped and ready in the middle of the ship. That's where Europa is ready to go, having left the helm for a brief moment.
Do they take damage?
No, because the ship, she would take damage if the shot came through, but the cannon missed.
Right. And we just don't know what that damage looks like as of yet.
Correct. Because they missed.
Okay.
But that is the Gorgon's Gaze for this round. That brings us to Scorch. Scorch, prepped and ready, sees Europa kind of getting into position.
All right. Cannons are armed. I will be ready to load. I am more efficient than others. Perhaps it is on others to fire them. If it is not overstepping bounds, Blue Dragon, Elf, port and starboard. Let's get this going. And sort of recruits Reedy and Yaukendian into basically being gunners so that they can man some guns and prepare to shoot. Scorch, because it's the first time using this, as the gunner for the ship during combat. Apparently, no, it is there. Scorch can use the Powder Monkey action, which means that they are able to reload 2 cannons in the span that it would normally take someone to reload 1. So after firing a cannon, it has to be reloaded as an action, but Scorch can reload 2 as one action, so it makes more efficiency's sake for them to be prepared to load cannons.
More.
So they are essentially kind of like holding an action, but it won't get used this turn, essentially. All the helpful actions have been prepared. But as the ship and the crew lie in wait, there is next up is I need everyone to make a perception check for me. Who's on the deck of the ship? The 3 of you. There are help actions to be used if anyone would like them. We are on initiative number 7, so and they recharge every round. So if anyone would like advantage,
I will take a help action.
go for an advantage. Down to 4
If
for the
they're
round.
around, I'll take one.
Yeah.
Man,
Go for
I
it.
keep rolling like shit.
Down to 3.
12.
18.
Much better.
I am focused and getting the spell, and I only got a 8.
Nice. Again, fog is hard to peer through. Gwyn, you do see, like, everyone can kind of make out the shape of the Gorgon's gaze, and Gwyn, through the fog, you do see like a purple pinprick of light in the distance. Like almost like the flash of a cannon. This purple flash goes off, followed immediately by the deep rumbling tone that follows, seemingly impossible to be heard over the sound of cannons and waves, but still it pierces through the cove, reaching all the way to your ship and potentially beyond, as a single word is uttered. Kneel. And I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw. Trigger. As this word comes through for Trigger, the mark on your arm begins to sort of prickle and burn. You have disadvantage on this wisdom saving throw.
I have a question. Is this against being charmed or frightened?
It is against being frightened.
Okay. Trigger, if you fail, tell me. I can use my reaction and let you re-roll. That is my 7th level ability as a ranger.
And currently,
My beguiling twist.
there are 3 help actions available.
How many turns are left?
It is.
I don't think you want to be scared.
It's initiative 7, so there isn't that many. You have
Okay.
3
We'll take
allies.
the help.
Yeah.
Who are the 3 allies you still have? It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna assume one of them that gave help just gives me a little squeeze in the hand. There.
Yes. Pedal gave you a squeeze in the hand.
Don't touch me. Right. She punches me in the arm. Great. So rolling flat.
Yes. Oh yeah, because it cancels out the disadvantage.
My subclass gives me advantage, and I got a 23.
Oh hell yes.
Yeah, this
Can I use
is.
an
Flat roll is
inspiration-
only. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
What was
Sorry,
that?
Can I use an inspiration die on saving throws?
Yes. Yeah, as long as it's a D20 roll.
Yeah, as long as you didn't use the D8. I gave you a D8.
Yeah, that's what I was using.
I'm gonna assume mine is a failure out of 12, so I will re-roll.
Yes.
I believe a 12 is a failure. I'm double checking. I thought I had the stats pulled open, but I didn't.
Okay. So the Cyclops.
No,
thing.
I misunderstood what it is. It's a more aggressive version of this. It's when they succeed, I can pick someone else and make them try to fail.
Oh, so it's less protective, more aggressive.
If you were to succeed it, I could make someone else be scared.
Whoever did it, but whoever cast it, like, no, you're scared.
Yeah, you're scared, or your ally is scared, or someone else is now charmed. But
I am frightened.
Yes. DC is 18, so that is going to be a failure trigger.
19.
19, Kachi. This voice of another captain you managed to resist. As trigger, as you drop to your knees, Stila has enough time to look to you to be like, what do you do? And then also drops to her knees, kind of like getting woozy as she goes. And that is Stila. Europa, ready and like so focused on deflecting these cannons. The words don't even pierce into her mind. Mental toughness gets her through. She saves. That is going to be, unfortunately, Scorch is going to be a failure as well. Weedy fails. And Yalkendian fails. And the last able body is Kettle. And my god, my ability to roll low is coming in strong. No one rolled above a 10. So your entire crew
like everyone but Kachi and I are
drops to your knees. It's Kachi, Gwyn, and Europa have resisted this call from the Cyclops as everyone else drops to their knees. On the Cyclops' turn, after the Cyclops goes the Kraken, sitting on the opposite window between the precipices. These tentacles begin to snake out of the water, prepared to lash out. In the flashing and fog, you see like one of these tentacles swing forward and just smash through the rubble of a innocent ship that was left behind on these rocks. That is the Kraken. That is into your crew members, Weedy, Yalkendian, and Kettle. All three have been dropped to their knees. As you look at them, those of you who resisted, Europa, Kachi, and Gwyn, you see almost like they're in a trance. Like their eyes have kind of like rolled back, unfocused. And as you look at everyone kind of around you, you see that like as their eyes have rolled back, one pupil is facing forward while the other has like rolled back into their head. And they do not seem to be able to break free of this easily. On your turn, you're able to try to break it as an action. So we'll bring it to Weedy, Yalkendian, and Kettle. There are 2 help actions left in the round, and they are the last to go in this round. Is there any of those 3 that you'd like to give a help action, or any of them that you would like to ignore giving a help action to?
Ignore Yalkendian.
Yeah. That's kind of what I thought. So Weedy will roll with advantage.
We bring bodies so they get dead.
So Weedy rolls. Wisdom saving throw is only going to be a 13. Yalkendian is going to be rolled a little bit better than Weedy, but it's a matter of the wisdom. Only a 16, and then that's going to be Kettle. Okay, Kettle passes. So on Kettle's turn, Kettle is able to push through it and like push herself back up and start taking stock and looking to see where she can jump into position. Like, okay,
Kettle move back to the gunner.
yeah, okay, and heads down into the ship to kind of take over in case she needs to start firing cannons. Luckily, she has a turtle that's on fire as her friend, so that should be easy to light cannons with. Just like sticks walk against the fuse to light them. That brings us to the top of the round. On this round, the fire ship is able to make it into the crevice here, drawing the ire of both the Gorgon's gaze and the Kraken. Now you're faced with the decision that I'll put on the crew here. Is the fire ship angled towards the Gorgon's gaze or towards the Kraken?
I feel like we should pull a Pirates of the Caribbean and toward the Kraken. Yeah.
I am supportive of that.
Fire ship is in position here. Now that the fire ship is primed and in position, that leaves with it in position.
Had we communicated? Sorry.
Yeah.
Had we communicated that? Because is that blocking our only way out now?
With it in the mouth of the cavern, the navigator can aim it and direct it using his special movement action on the fire ship instead of the wing cutter. With Trigger incapacitated,
yeah,
that means that either the quartermaster or the captain can then do that instead.
Okay. Cool.
At the start of initiative, that is Trigger and Stila, who can try to break the Cyclops' hold. At the top of the round, all of the help actions come back. So if you'd like to use a help action to cancel out your disadvantage trigger, you can do that.
I do not need to. So I hear that word kneel, and it like brings me back to the very first time that I ever heard that command uttered. And I don't see it in my mind, but I feel the vibration and the kickback of a gun in my hand. And I pierces through my, and I can hear the sound. And the sound wakes me up. I'm going to use stillness of mind to negate the effect of a frightened or charm. So, hello, thank you, 7th level monk.
Very timely. Do you do that as an action, or is that something? Or is that something else?
It is. You can use your action to end one effect.
So action, no need to roll. You're able to go. Would you like to give Stila a help action to break free from this charm?
Yeah.
All right. So that help action is then going to go to Stila instead. She rolled once and failed on an 8. That is going to be a success exactly. She rolls an 18. She rolls a 14 and gets +4. So Stila is able to resist this, kind of snapping back, like falling forward onto her hands. Okay, that guy was in my head. Don't like that.
Tough to get him out once he's in there.
Yeah, I'm sorry, kid.
Also, your eyes, sorry, it looks really, I'm just gonna,
Weird, thank you. That was gross, but thank you. So, Trigger and Stila break the spell. That brings us to Gwyn and Europa. Gwyn, what would you like to do?
Achi, when are we going silent? Think next round.
Would we go now? Because I think maybe now.
Talk.
What? Are you guys using the...
Europa
are you guys directing it?
Europa weighs in. Hey, I can get this. I can move our ship in position. I'm at the helm.
This turn?
Don't we need to move the other ship first?
Like when you say move the other ship, like you need the other ship to be where our ship is now.
No, I just think that ship is it needs to go towards one of the other things because doesn't it block our way of getting out currently
Yes.
if it gets interacted with?
So technically, grouped up, it's Gwyn, Europa, and Kachi. So the three of you go at once before the next enemy. So the three of you can kind of maneuver. So if Kachi, you want to use like the special movement, you can move the fire ship. Europa can call for movement and move your ship, and then Gwyn can cast silence.
Yeah.
Hell
Perfect.
yeah! All right.
I misread which ship was which, and I was like, "What do you mean? Our ship is in front." I was like, "Oh no, that's the fire ship."
Did one of you name them fire ship and wing cutter? Thank you.
I did.
Thank you so much. That's very helpful.
I couldn't tell if it was wing cutter, 2 words, or if it's wing cutter, 1 word.
Wing hyphen cutter.
I kind of did all of my letters were a little oddly spaced, so it's kind of hard to tell.
It's wing cutter.
Good cutter. Or win.
Excellent.
Good cutting.
That means... There we go. Cool. So with Europa's movement action, with Kachi calling for the movement of the fire ship approaches the Gorgon's gaze. With 45 feet of movement, the fire ship is able to crash into the Gorgon's gaze, which is great, because after Kachi's turn is the Gorgon's gaze. So as the fire ship approaches, and that impact into the Gorgon's gaze is ignites a spark on the deck of the ship, and it goes up in flames, and you hear distinctly 6 boom, 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 boom sounds going into the fire ship. The Gorgon's gaze has 6 attacks, and all of them get unloaded into the fire ship. And not.
We actually don't hear anything.
You don't hear anything. You see the flashes of cannons in the distance as the ship immediately just gets so impossibly peaceful.
Yes. We are technically deafened, and we're immune to thunder damage.
That is hilarious. Well, the Kraken only does thunder damage. Just kidding.
I bet.
At
Right?
the
Yell.
that is the Gorgon's gaze being preoccupied with the fire ship as it impacts. Also going to roll the fire ship. It basically is immediately toast and will start sinking, but is able to take out 4 by doing this sort of selfless and crashing maneuver. Depletes 4 health from the Gorgon's gaze. For our purposes, ship health is different than a standard human being's health. It is lower numbers, but they have a bigger impact. The wing cutter has 10 hit points. Rather than rolling damage on the ship, if it gets hit, it takes away a hit point. Gorgon's gaze has more health than your ship does, being a large man-o'-war, but dealing 4 damage to it is not insignificant. That brings us to Scorch, who is currently under the spell. Would you like Scorch to use one of your now 5 help actions remaining?
Yeah. Just to get him back up in case we need to.
The gunner up. Unfortunately, one of those was a natural 2. I'm double-checking Scorch's wisdom saving throws, but I don't think they're going to make it. That is only a 12. Scorch is going to stay incapacitated by the Kraken. By the Cyclops. My apologies. Which brings us to the Cyclops' turn. I'm going to roll first to see how distracted the Cyclops is. I'm going to say lower than anything, a 15 or 15 or higher. The Cyclops is still focused in on the wing cutter. That is an 8. Cyclops is instead focused on the fire ship. You see this purple magic almost goes out kind of in a bubble of sorts to try to push some of these flames, almost just a massive quelling of the fire to try to mitigate how much damage it's doing to his ship. He does not focus on the crew or make things worse for your ship this round, but the Kraken does now notice the wing cutter. So the wing cutter is going to take 5 tentacle attacks from the Kraken. But Mirror Image is still in place. Unfortunately, with the new round, no one has taken the heroic interception action yet, but there is still a number of protections in place. So first one is going to be a hit on the wing cutter, unless Mirror Image.
Miss.
That is going to be a miss. Kraken slashes a tentacle down, and like the phasing of the ship, thanks to Kachi's magic, his like feathers just white knuckling onto the banister, kind of right up by the helm. The harder you grip onto it, the more of the banisters kind of begin to take on this feathered appearance. That is going to be a miss. That one's going to be close, so I actually have to look and see what the attack is. That one's going to be a hit as well. Unless Mirror Image.
That's a hit.
That is a hit. So the wing cutter, as this tentacle slams into the wing cutter, you notice that's like it knocks some of the sails loose. The temporary hit point from the bosun effect is gone. It's going to be a 4th attack. That is a natural 1. Kraken misses. Last attack coming from the Kraken. That is going to be another hit. So if you want to roll for Mirror Image and see if it makes it through.
That makes it through.
Makes it through as the Kraken smacks into the ship once more, lists the ship to the side, but the bolstering from the shipwrights effect holds. So ship has lost its 2 temporary hit points, but is still at full health technically. 10 out of 10. And that is the end of the Kraken's turn. We get to Weedy and Yao Kendian. We have Weedy, Yaukendian, and Kettle. Kettle is good to go and take actions. She's ready to fire. Weedy and Yaukendian will roll because we're getting to the end of the round, and we have help actions left. I'll roll them both with advantage to try to break the spell. Weedy breaks through. Yaukendian also breaks through. Weedy rolled a natural 18, and Yaukendian got a natural 20. So most of your crew is back at it. It's just our gunner that's down still. Everyone else is back in place. Which brings us to Kettle. Kettle, having gone down below decks at the order of the quartermaster, ready to fire. Would you like to fire? Would you like Kettle to fire on the Kraken?
Yeah.
Kettle will go ahead and fire. That is a natural 20. Holy shit. I need to double
Kettle
check.
was born for this.
I need to double check what stats I gave the ship, because that's going to be bad.
It's full.
Kraken does not have hit points like a ship. It has hit points like a monster. So the ship will deal 2d10 plus 3 damage with a cannon, which means it's actually going to deal 4d10 plus 3 with the cannon. But elemental weapon is in effect on these cannons, which is also going to be doubled.
Oh yeah, plus the D4. So 2d4.
So it's going to be 2d4 of lightning damage. I just kind of said lightning damage for fun before, but it also works with the whole silence and thunder element. So
Plus it's going to look like Ursula getting shocked.
Oh, yeah. So the first cannon shot of the wing cutter is going to be 18, 19, 20, 9, 30, 2 damage to the Kraken.
Nice.
This Kraken is beefy, but that is still a nice shot to the Kraken. Not in danger of being injured, but if it loses enough health, tentacles start to fall off. So there's fewer attacks coming your way. But now there are only 5 cannons loaded as we bring to the top of the round. But at the top of the round, Trigger and Stila, dynamic duo, is ready to go. Stila, as the bosun, can call for a movement action. What would Trigger like to do?
What does it look like back on shore? Do we feel like there's a semblance of a shield that's being assembled?
As you look behind you, the fire ship was the signal, so it exploded, and you can already start to see what was like almost like this purplish, like amethyst barrier from Gilda. There was like a greenish barrier, this like natural nature power of Maryland doing a lot of the heavy lifting, starting to reform back up. It seems like if someone was so driven, they could probably make it through before that barrier goes into place. But if you can hold for probably a round, it'll be big enough to stop a Kraken.
Great. Where is Stila trying to push us for movement?
Stila looks to the officers and Trigger. We're going south, or we're going for the Kraken?
To the Kraken.
I think we gotta stay.
Give them on the shore some time.
Keep the Kraken occupied?
Yeah, we can stay for a tiny bit.
All right.
I will call for the evasive maneuvers.
Nice.
For disadvantage.
Excellent. So evasive maneuvers are called for. Instead of pushing the ship, you take some evasive maneuvers, so you have a disadvantage on the next attack coming towards the ship, making it a little bit more maneuverable. At the behest of Kachi, Stila says, hey, if we're holding here, small ship against the Kraken, not a great plan. I'm going to go fire a cannon. Stila heads down below decks to fire off.
She tries, but we have to read her lips.
Yeah, yes. She goes, downstairs, shoot it. Unfortunately, that is only going to be a 10 to hit the Kraken. She is perhaps a little too hasty in trying to stop it. Yes, that is not going to hit the Kraken, but one of the shots rings out. Doesn't ring out because of the silence again. So the cannon just gets rocketed backwards with no effect, apparently. But the ship is more evasive for it. That is Gwyn, Europa, and Kachi. Europa looks to the two of you and kind of pounds her fist into her hand and braces once more, taking that heroic interception now that there's a little bit more present danger.
Can I try to help Scorch?
Yes. Do you want to go and reload cannon?
Well, I was trying to help Scorch snap out of it, so Scorch.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'd say,
Offside,
yeah,
Break
and especially your subclass is so manipulation focused. I'd say if you want to roll the wisdom save using your stats, I'll let that be what snaps Scorch out of it.
Okay. 4.
As long as you succeed.
As long as I succeed, and that.
And
17? I don't think that's enough, right?
17 does not succeed, but it's the top of the round. So if you would like a help action, you can use one.
Okay.
I may also I'm going to re-roll Stila's attack and use one of the help actions as well.
Natural 20?
It was not a natural 20 that time, but it was a natural 19 for a total of 24, which is going to hit the Kraken.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. With that, you are able to snap Scorch out of it before their turn, so they'll be able to load both cannons that have been used. 12,
Nice.
13, 14, 15, 16, 18 damage to the Kraken, thanks to remembering that help actions are existing and coming from your allies. Let me set those aside. Nice. 4 help actions left for the round. There are 2 empty cannons currently, but Scorch has been snapped out of it. Anything from Kachi? What are you doing?
Okay, I don't know if this is gonna do the same because it's like a ship, but follow me. I'd like to use Hexblade's Curse as a bonus action on the Kraken. I'd like to take the help action and get a bonus, and if I hit, use sneak attack on the Kraken.
Oh my goodness. I hate that I said the Kraken is being treated like a beast. Because if it was a ship, I would have more leverage to say this is shenanigans. But because the target is a single creature, I think I'm going to allow this.
You love shenanigans. You love shenanigans.
Yes. So Hexblade Curse. Hexblade Curse. Remind me, crits on a 19 or 20.
Crits on a 19 or 20. I get a +3 to damage, and then there's like a bump up for HP if it does.
Nice. Kachi, what's it look like when you use your Warlock abilities to cast Hexblade Curse on an entire fucking Kraken?
Again, I don't have my Bardic, my Arbor Forged sword anymore. We're all in like this silenced bubble, so I'm kind of like powering through with this Warlock stone. So I think I take out the new dagger from who is it? From Nico, and I kind of just like lay it into while picking up the turtle and like trying to like almost like white knuckle push it in to try to add some extra oomph to it. And I think like this like purple glow just like affects to the cannon as it rings out and shoots.
You like almost like amethyst to the ship, purple magic curls around all the cannons, empowering them as they aim at the Kraken. Incredible. Absolutely. And then with the next one is, as long as it's rolling with advantage, it'll be able to add sneak attack.
Beautiful. So that was just my bonus action for Hexblade.
Yes.
So can I go ahead and shoot a cannon?
Yes. Yeah, you can go ahead and shoot the cannon, especially, and then you can use one of the help actions to give yourself advantage. So it's a D20, 2d20 because you're rolling with advantage. The cannons have on your ship have a +5 to hit.
Then that will be a dirty 20.
Sorry, Scorch is the one who built them, so they have a +6 to hit, but a dirty 20 will already hit.
Yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, I did not get that 19, but it is okay. Okay.
So 2d10, and then also plus a d4 from Lester's magic, and then you can add your sneak attack as well.
Okay, and that's just a d6. All right. So you said do 2d10.
Yeah. So it'll be 2d10, 1d4, 1d6.
Okay, those I got. All right. 4, 8, 16.
16, is that with your additional 3?
16, 19 plus the additional 3. Thank you.
19 damage. As you fire another cannon into the Kraken, there you can see one of his tentacles is like barely hanging on. Still looks like it's able to attack, but it looks like it's ready to fall off and knock his 5 attacks down to 4.
Incredible. And that'll be my turn.
That is the Gorgon's Gaze. 6 attacks going for the fire ship. The fire ship has rolled the 6 attacks last round, and some of them actually missed the fire ship. So the fire ship has not sunk just yet. That is going to be another miss. So there is still 1 hit point left on the fire ship. And that's another miss, but another hit. So the fire ship has been put down. There are still 2 cannon shots from the Gorgon's Gaze for this round. They are going to be firing at the wing cutter.
Disadvantage?
With disadvantage, thanks to evasive maneuvers on this first one. Sadly, I rolled so fucking good. A 17 and an 18, so that is going to be a hit, unless...
That is a miss.
That is a miss. Misses. There's going to be another shot at the wing cutter. This one flat. That might miss.
It's a 15.
That is a 12 to hit. The AC of the ship's 15, right? That is a miss.
Nice.
That is a miss from this distance. Gorgon's Gaze is not able to put a cannonball on the wing cutter at all. That is Scorch's turn, who is back on their feet and is able to reload 2 of the cannons. There are 5 loaded cannons on the wing cutter now, and that brings us to Cyclops. Cyclops, now no longer distracted by the fire ship. This purple flash goes off once more, and on the deck of his ship, the crew hears, "Perish." But nobody on the wing cutter can hear a thing. So it doesn't do a single damn thing on the wing cutter. As we go into the Kraken, with the Kraken's 5 attacks, likely the last round it will be able to make 5 attacks, because it's taking some damage. So this is going to be flat rolls. That is going to be a hit on the wing cutter, unless...
Our last mirror image.
That is a
gone.
miss. That is going to be another roll. That is going to be another hit on the wing cutter, except Europa has taken the heroic interception. So instead, I didn't finish typing what heroic interception does. But instead of the attack being directed at Europa, it is instead of the attack being directed at the ship, it is now directed as Europa as she gets in the way. So that is going to be 3d8 damage to Europa, but the ship is okay. So that is 13. That is 23 damage to Europa. Cool. She used her... she went into her werewolf form, so she's got hit points for days. That's attack number 2. This is going to be 3, 4, and 5, because there's no more defenses on the ship. That is 1 miss and 2 hits on the ship.
Reaction, silvery barbs.
Ooh, very nice. I'll re-roll one of those hits.
Shit, never mind. I can't, actually, I forgot. It's a vocal component, and I can't say anything.
Okay. Yes.
Yep.
So there's going to be 2 hits. That's okay. The ship takes 2 damage. It is still sitting at 8 hit points. And that's Weedy, Yaukendian, and Kettle, all of whom are in the below decks prepared to fire some guns on this Kraken. And there are 3 help actions left for the round, so they'll all roll with advantage. That is, also we'll say Yaukendian, because I want him to miss instead of the other ones, because it's only going to be a 13 to hit. Ooh, that's going to be a hit from Weedy. And another natural 20 from Kettle.
Nice.
Oh, the sniper.
Kettle is meant to be a gunner, apparently.
Yeah.
So at the top of the round, I'll roll that damage while you guys figure out what to do next. Because next up is going to be Trigger and Steela. But having delayed this second round, you see this magical spell being rebuilt. So you are confident the Kraken and the Gorgon's Gaze will not be able to force their way in. They may not like that, but they will not be able to fight their way into the Cursed Cove.
That's awesome. We're getting the fuck out of here.
I have to roll
push the
all of
We
my
blocked
d10s.
the entrance from the Kraken. We did a good job blocking the Kraken.
We did very good. We've done exactly what we set out to do. Now let's live.
Oh my god.
Next part, live.
I don't like when that takes a long time.
49 damage to the Kraken, thanks to Kettle's crit and Wheaty's hit. Not only does that take out one of the Kraken's tentacles, so there's one less attack that would be coming your way, it almost does enough. It does half of what it needs to do to get another attack gone.
Oh, wow.
But that's top of the round. Trigger and Steela. Steela looks to you, Trigger. It's time to run.
Time to fly. I'm just kidding. We are on the ocean. Neither can run nor fly.
The ship can't do that.
We sail. Yeah, it's just go sail quickly.
I saw the wing.
Water.
The wing looked really cool. I don't think it can fly.
Thanks. I want wings on the ship eventually, but we're gonna work on that.
Hell yeah.
Sky pirates, just picture it. Get here.
Do those exist?
Oh wait, we're still silent this whole time. I'm.
I look on and weird.
Pantomime to each other. Steela calls for a movement action of the ship to presumably to the south, now that we don't need to block the Kraken anymore. And further away from the Gorgon's Gaze.
I love how we don't have a destination right now either.
It's just like away.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We got Steela uses a movement action of the ship to head south. What would you like to do, Trigger?
Same.
Absolutely. You use another movement action to put some more distance between yourself and the Kraken and the Gorgon's Gaze. The Kraken will not be able to catch up with you with your ability to move double speed, and the tentacles will not reach you now that you are more than 50 feet or 60 feet away. Any actions from Gwyn, Europa, or Kachi? Kachi, like Europa, has being battered by a tentacle into the mast is like, okay, I'm gonna go to the helm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna reload a cannon.
Yeah.
But I'm just holding the silence up so that.
Yeah. Mechanically,
Especially
Europa will also reload a cannon with Gwyn, so we're at 4 loaded cannons now.
Yeah, just to do it.
There are 6 help actions for anyone who wants any.
I think I might just shoot at the Kraken once more, because we've used our extra movement now.
Yep.
The barrier is up, just to see if I can get another tentacle down.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll to hit. You can roll with advantage because there are 6 help actions for the round, and there's not a whole lot of people that are going to be using them.
Oh, so close to 19, 18 though to hit.
Oh, but that's definitely going to hit.
Yeah.
So 2d10 plus 1d4. You roll with advantage, so you can add your sneak attack plus 1d6.
Lovely. 17. Dirty 20.
Oh.
Or just to hit. 20 damage.
Oh, I was like, you already hit. What? 20 damage. I mean, not that it can use any of its tentacles, but it's almost lost the ability to use a 4th one. Or to use its 4th tentacle. It already lost its 5th.
No bone affection. Yeah, I think that'll be it.
Nice. You are 6 feet out of range of the Gorgon's Gaze's cannons, and it is in no position to begin a chase. From where we are now, thanks to the wing cutter's elven design and the navigator's abilities, we are out of combat. The wing cutter has successfully made its way out of Cursed Cove. As you look back, you see the Kraken, like, deciding which direction to go in. It starts to go after you as another barrage of cannon fire goes off. Some of the cannons shooting at you and falling short. Some of them shooting into Cursed Cove, just as this green energy barrier gets back into position. You have successfully distracted Cyclops and the Kraken long enough for your allies to get their defenses in position, and Corsair is at your horizon. That is where we'll end it for tonight with Shattered Ships.
We beat the tutorial.
The tutorial's over now.
Level 1. The longest prologue to a world ever known to man.
Absolutely.
47 sessions.
Now
That's
the
all.
adventure begins.
Yes.
Guys, you think Bobble made it off that ship?
Who?
You know, I did see a barrel with legs just shooting off into the sea.
Into the Team Rocket being blasted
He's
off the
just,
sea. Do you think we created
just
a new
floating.
I'm sure the mermaid people will adopt him or something.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
hope that's
So good. Oh yeah.
Yeah, as
Our mermaid
the
people are gonna leave.
yeah, we'll start next session with our mermaids going their separate ways, and our crew needs to establish their heading because we have Kachi's family in Morales. We have a mission and a delivery for Admiral Rashton Hart in Archtown, back on the southern side of the Dwarven continent. There is someone's family runs a shop near Archtown. There is a magical amethyst that wants to go back to the sinkhole on the north side of the Dwarven continent. And there is a mysterious Tabaxi warrior who said that she can explain the Witch's Walk if you go to the Shattered North. So it is up to the crew.
Meanwhile, everybody's being hunted.
It is up to the crew where they want to head next. So think on that, and we can text about it if we want to.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, I miss this world. I love this place. This is so fun.